All right, hello everybody. We're gonna do a little video today. Gonna share with you. So I'm shooting one of my favorite little rifles. This guy is a Savage model 93 R17, 17 HMR wood stock. This is a dandy little rifle. I've had so much fun with this little guy. I got a Burris 2.5 to 10 by 42 scope on it. Interesting story about the scope. There's a local hardware store here that had this up on their top shelf with about 1 inch of dust on it. I got it for a bargain price in today's world. I think it just one of them kind of an overstock scope. They set it on the top shelf and kind of forgot about it, and I happened to spot it, and so it's been a great setup on this. I love this little rifle. I mean, you know, I like the wood classic, more of a classic wood stock. I think they do have a model that comes with the synthetic stock. It's got a detachable magazine on it, and I just love this little rifle. For me around here, so today the story on it is some friends of mine at work decided, we got talking about it, and there was 2 or 3 of them sitting around there in the break room and says how much they love the 17s. And I'm just kind of scoffed at it, honestly. I'm like, it's shooting a 17 grain bullet. How good can it be? And they're like, you would be shocked what that 17 grain bullet will do, which I totally am. What's interesting for me with this gun, I got a little hayfield. Of course, we get prairie dogs in it. And then up on our summer range for the mountain, or for the cows, down in the bottoms, we have those, we call them pot guts, or just little ground squirrels. And those destructive little devils dig more stinking holes and cause more trouble down there. So all summer long, I carry this rifle with me. If we're out in the hayfields, you know, thin out the prairie dog herd a little. If we go to the mountain, thin out those pot guts a little bit. I've shot this thing a ton. And what I find interesting, or for me, what intrigues me about this, is that bullet is so light that I don't think we have ricochet issues like a 22. A 22 long rifle with a 40 grain bullet ricochets horribly. And of course, you know, when we're on the mountain, we're not going to shoot if there's cows inside, of course. But you never know. There could be a cow 200, 300 yards away standing behind a tree that you don't see. That's what always made me nervous about 22s, or even like 223 in the ARs. So I think this little guy is the perfect fit for what I'm doing with it. Yeah, if you get much wind, that bullet gets blown around a little bit. So I mean, it has its purpose. My brother, he's a big raccoon hunter. He does not care for the 17 HMR. Those raccoons are just a little ball of muscle, and the 17s don't do well on those. He shoots more 22 Magnums and has great luck with that. I think, you know, the mountain lion hunters shoot a lot of 22 Magnums. So this has a little bit of a limited purpose, I'm going to say. But I'll tell you what, for me, I have loved this gun. So we're going to, I mean, every spring I bring it out here, we just check zero on it. That's essentially what I'm doing today. Today I'm only shooting at 75 yards, and I'll show you why. I got all my calves out there. So that big tree right there is what I shoot under for 100 yards. And I have to shoot through this set of gates right here. That's where my 100-yard range comes from. But right now I'm kind of short on trail space, so I've got these feedlot calves in there. So anyway, guy can't ever have too many trails, I think, and that's kind of where I'm at on this. So, but we're gonna shoot at 75 yards. You know, this gun will definitely shoot further than that. But today's purpose is just to double check zero on it. I'm sure that it's fine. We're gonna shoot a couple groups. Got 2 different ammo. We're gonna shoot the 17 HMR. Of course, I said that already, but in the Hornady VMAX, and they're 17 grain bullet. So had good luck with this ammo. We're gonna shoot 3-shot group, one 3-shot group with it, and then we're gonna go to the CCIs. They're both shooting the 17 grain VMAXs. So I think these 2 ammo will shoot interchangeably. We're gonna prove that today, regardless one way or the other. You know, during the ammo shortage here a year or 2 ago, 17 HMRs were like non-existent. There was a year or 2 that you just couldn't buy any of any brand. So they kind of come back. So I bought a few of them, and I honestly, the 17 or the Hornadys were the ones that were a little bit more available than the CCIs, but I've got quite a bit of both of them now. I'm really hoping they shoot interchangeably, but we're going to find out. So let's take a few shots. All right, let's walk up and take a look. All right, guys, so that's a pretty decent little group. Throw the tape measure on it. Hopefully we can get it where you guys can see it. That's about a 3/4 of an inch group. That's a great group. I'm happy with that. So we're going to take a shot with the CCI ammo and see how it does. All right, so we're going to take 3 shots with the CCI, both 17 grain Hornady VMAX bullets. So I hope, my hope is that these guys will shoot interchangeably. And so we're going to take 3 shots. So we're going to talk about magazines for just a second. This is an aftermarket mag, didn't come with a gun. I would like to tell you that this gun is silky smooth and all that. It's just not. It feeds okay. It seemed like this other magazine feeds a little better. The original magazine, I think, was a blued steel. This one's stainless. This one seems to feed just a little bit better. You know, I'd like to shoot a CZ. I've heard they're really good, but this gun, it's just not like that super smooth, silky, the way it feeds. It feeds just fine. Like I say, this magazine seems to be a little bit better. So this is the one I've been using. Anyway, but it's super accurate, you know, and the price is good on these. I don't remember what I paid for this, you know, a couple $100, $200-300 bucks. I don't remember what it was, but so it's a great value. The gun's good. Savage is, you know, of course, a great name brand, and these bolt action rifles. So, but anyway, gonna just take a minute and ask you guys to subscribe if you haven't. We've had a pretty big upswing in subscriptions lately. I appreciate that. Please hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up. That seems to help the algorithms a little bit with YouTube. And if you leave comments, tell me where you're from. I've had some interesting conversation. Actually, some people from Europe have been watching, so I appreciate them. And you know, different parts of the country, we see things different and do things different. So we've had some great conversations with people on their comments, so I appreciate that. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a few more shots with the CCI 17 grain bullet. All right, let's go up and have a look. All right, guys, well, still not a bad group. It's actually a little bigger than the Hornady group. You guys can see that it's still a sub 1 inch. I'd call that about 7/8 or 15/16, I guess. Well, all right, guys, I think my motive today, or my objective, was to make sure that those CCIs and Hornadys shot interchangeable. You can see the point of impact was slightly different. I mean, very, very little difference. I think I'd feel very confident to shoot both of them types of ammo interchangeably. So yeah, I'm real happy with the 17. And like I say, you know, I kind of introduced it a little bit, that the gun's kind of a purpose deal. And if you guys are not bought a 17 and thinking about it, you got to think about what your purpose is. The ammo is way too expensive to plink with. If you're just going to go play, let the kids, the grandkids shoot, the 17 is not the gun to have. You need a 22 long rifle for that. 22 long rifles, as far as these small varmint games, plenty of gun to do the job, especially these little pot guts. But like you say, for me, what was the draw to the 17 was that light of bullet. I feel very confident that if you're shooting at a pot gut that's standing an inch or two off the ground and you shoot and miss, you're going to hit the ground. And that bullet is not going to ricochet. It's just going to tumble and stop and, you know, whatever. It's just so light that it doesn't carry enough energy to ricochet and, like I say, hit a cow 200 yards away and cause injury to the cow. So that's been my draw to it. You know, I'm going to say, from my personal opinion, it's not a coyote gun. It's not a fox gun. You know, maybe red fox, it might be fine with. I'm sure there's people out there saying, oh, that's a bunch of baloney, that they've killed coyotes with the 17, and they probably have. Do I say, is that the right purpose of that gun? In my opinion, it's not. But anyway, I've had a ton of fun with it. I love the gun, I really do. Got a pretty decent scope on it, had great luck with it. So if you guys are thinking about a 17, I would say, if it is the right purpose for you, go for it. It's a fantastic cartridge for that purpose. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe.